So at the gun show, I got this Nagant 1895 Russian revolver. These are really, really cool, so I wanted to do it on a video for you guys. The manual of arms is interesting. They are a gate loading handgun. And then you drop the rounds in like that. Now, one of the cool things about this gun, and I'm not gonna put that round into the chamber. I'm gonna come this way so don't point in the wrong direction. So if you get up and close, as I pull the hammer back, the cylinder's gonna rotate. It's also gonna move forward. So these have a gas seal, and the space in the back right there also has to move forward. This leads to a really, really awful double action trigger, but in single action, it's less terrible. Didn't say good, I said less terrible. So let's load the rest of these rounds up. And this came with the holster right here. So we might have to do some sort of speed reload. I'll have one of my friends do a beat for me, like the cool guys always do on Instagram. And I don't know, we're at maybe 7 to 10 yards. So let's see how this does. We're gonna do the single action first. This is my first time shooting a gun like this, so we're gonna see how I like it. This has very little recoil. Empty? This is a 7-shot revolver. Okay, I guess that was empty. All right, now we need to talk about extraction real quick too. So this has a gas seal, which means the neck of the case, not neck, but the closed-in part of the case widens up when you shoot it. So because of that, these are fairly hard to extract. I've heard that military surplus rounds extract easier than modern production ammunition made by PPU. So, but that's actually not so bad. Let's look at one of these. So you can see it's opened up right there, and it was not a straight-walled case before, but it is now. That is really interesting. And the ejector does not rebound, so you need to push it in and then pull it out again. All right, how cool is that? And then you can push that in and then twist it closed. That is really, really cool. Okay, now I'm gonna reload from the holster. So the holster has the little flap right there. Everything to possibly get caught up on while you're trying to do this quickly while someone's trying to kill you. I would say of the guns used in World War II that I would not want to use in combat, this is pretty close to the top 10. This is one of the guns that has ever been made. So these are our shots on target. I did hit left a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's actually surprisingly decent accuracy. Now let's go into double action and watch this get a whole lot worse. Get my finger all the way in there like you're not supposed to do. That is not easy. I'll have some friends try it here in a second. Let's shoot the steel. You want to try it?
Sure.
Okay. You should be there. If not, you'll have one dry fire to try it out before you go for it.
Oh man. Holy cow, that is a...
All right, let me get close up on you. Do it again.
Oh man, I don't know if I can do it. Woo. Use 2 fingers. Wow, that is heavy. That is atrocious.
Try the single action once. Now, I have a few things that I wanted to say before I end out this video, as well as talk about some future content that is coming relating to this pistol. Number one is, I had heard a lot of really negative things about this pistol. Number one, the trigger pull was really, really bad. Number two, the ammo was anemic. And number three, it was very, very slow to reload. All three of those things were true. So the trigger pull is really, really bad. You could see that my friend needed 2 fingers to shoot the gun in double action. In single action, though, it is a lot more manageable. Thing number two, the ammunition is pretty weak. We're going to talk about that in just a second. And then number three, it is really slow to reload. So some of that might be mitigated in another way that we're going to test in the future. But it is just slow to reload because it is a gate-loaded revolver, and it does not have a rebounding ejection rod, so you need to manually pull it out every single time. So you do it, you rotate it, push it in, pull it out. It is just going to take a lot of work to reload that. And sometimes the cases get a little bit stuck and you just need to push pretty hard. As for the ammunition being underpowered and hard to extract, I've heard that some of that problem can be coming from using modern commercial ammunition versus military surplus ammunition. So I wanted to show you guys some content that's going to be up and coming. I don't know if this is going to be 2 videos or 3 videos, but what we have is PPU ammo. This is what I was shooting in that video. And since shooting that, Hobo Factory, which is another YouTube channel, as well as me personally, have found some 7.62x38R that is military surplus. So we're going to compare these two and test to see how the velocities differ between the 2 rounds, and also see how accuracy differs and the difficulty of extraction. You can see that the PPU ammunition is a little bit longer, and it is a crimped case versus this one being a tapered case there at the end. If I lift it up, they do look almost identical from the front, but you can see that the military surplus round does have a more narrow bullet at the front versus the PPU ammo. Another interesting round that I found at a gun store that I wanted to show you guys was this military surplus target ammunition, which is really, really cool. You can see it's a wad cutter that is inside of the case, a completely lead wad cutter versus being a brass round like the other military surplus ammunition. So I am really excited to test these 3 ammos. And if you guys ask really nice, I may shoot these at ballistic gel or some similar medium to see how they perform. All right, that closes out this video. I'm 8mm Mauser Man, and I fired my Nagant Revolver while wearing a pattern 83 South African chest rig. But I lived on.
Which proves it's hard to get the best of a man named John.
Big John. Big John.